The statue in the middle of Main Street in Pleasant Hill, Ohio, stands for a prominent point in history and makes the town very unique. Who in their right mind would place a statue in the middle of Main Street, with no circle drive formation whatsoever? Pleasant Hill, Ohio, that is who. And it is unique and incredible, and it's what makes our town what it is. It is just so special. So just some background information on the town before we get started. The town is a census. This is the census in 2010. There are 1,200 people, currently 450 households, and 327 families in the village of Pleasant Hill, Ohio. The population density is as 1,967.2 inhabitants per square mile. I got this source from the Village of Pleasant Hill website. Now on the monument. The monument still stands as a memorial today. However, it was erected in 1895 at the cost of $725. The monument was installed with a fence around it a year later, but at this time people only walked around it. There were no cars to drive around it at this time. So today it still stands as a memorial to those heroes who died serving our country. Now the fence is removed and you drive around it. And like I said before, there are no circle drives. So you pull up and you turn around it. And there's been major controversy with it being a danger for our community. So I received this source from P. Hill History Center. Now, there is a special quote from a book. It is called The Pictorial History of Pleasant Hill, Ohio. And this quote is called, "Dedicated by those people of Newton Township in memory of her fallen heroes who died in defense of the Union and who sleep in unknown graves." This is from that book, and this is why the statue was built. So, my thesis. My thesis states, while some may disagree, I strongly support the statue in the middle of Main Street in Pleasant Hill, Ohio, and what it stands for. It is a prominent point in history and makes this town unique. So my expertise, based off of all of my history background information, it came from websites, it came from living in the town of Pleasant Hill. I've grown up here and I'm very, very passionate about this town. And this is this giant book, and this just to show you how important this statue is to our town. We have this thick book right here, Pleasant Hill History. The front picture is the statue. Alright, so now to my 3 main points. My point number 1 is the history. Now, I have explained to you the history. It was built in memory of the troops fighting in our Union battle in the Civil War. And it still remains there for those that fight from our country that are from Pleasant Hill, but, our nation as well. It is very, very important to our history. It's a symbol of Pleasant Hill. It's a symbol of those who have served our country. It's important to not forget that, and it's a great reminder because it's in the middle of Main Street in our town. So reason number 2 is the culture. And you can see my pictures. So if you notice in this picture, down at the bottom, those are some of Newton's cheerleaders. Now, it is very normal for kids from Newton, even adults from Newton, to go up to the statue and take pictures with it. It's a part of our culture. It's a part of what our town does. It's important, and it shows our town pride, and it gives me chills just thinking about it. And, we're used to it being there. It's natural. It's just what makes our town Pleasant Hill, Ohio. It has been here for years. It's what makes Pleasant Hill, Pleasant Hill. And my 3rd reason, it is unique and special. Now, these words might not seem, particularly scholarly words, but it's a part of our town. there are so many people that are like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, oh, Pleasant Hill, Ohio. They're like, I'm sorry, where's that? Because it's such a small town. Like, oh, close to Troy, Ohio. And they're like, oh, okay. It's a town in the middle with the statue in the middle of Main Street. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. People know where this town by its statue, because it's what makes our town so special and so unique and so important to us. It's what makes it Pleasant Hill, Ohio. Now, in conclusion, the statue in the middle of Main Street, Pleasant Hill, Ohio, it stands for a prominent point in history, and it is part of the culture and makes this town unique. Now, while some may disagree, I strongly support the statue in the middle of Main Street, Pleasant Hill, Ohio, and what it stands for, and so should you, Pleasant Hill citizens. Now, this is controversial in our town. There have been town meetings to remove it, but those meetings have failed. To me, yeah, this could sometime be a danger to those people that don't know how to drive around the statue. But it is so important to our town. It's so important. And why lose that? Why take away something that's so unique and so special? Not to be blunt, but there are other ways through town. And while I do see that side of the situation very strongly, I 110% believe that the statue should remain, because it's a part of who we are. And why change who we are when it's so beautiful? Alrighty.